Okay, trial two at this. Hi guys, my case study, I should say, was on a kid that decided to call himself Bread. He's 18 now, but we met him, and by we I mean me and my fiance met him through a play we were directing together and here in Acadia Parish when he was just a sophomore. So a few years, like 3 years ago now. I guess he really wasn't a kid then either. But anyway, Brett is amazingly humble and continues to strive for greatness and thrive. And he actually equates a lot of that thanks to the gifted program. So he joined it at the end of his 6th grade year. His mom pushed for him when he was still in elementary school, but that was an emphatic no from the school then. And she explains in my case study to me, and even Brett also reiterated to me as well, that beginning of his 6th grade year, day one, she marched down to the guidance counselor's office and said, "You need to test my son for gifted." She explained that finally, after January 1st of that same year, he was finally started his testing process, which of course would be well beyond the 60-day mandate, but you know how funding and other things go. And all those lovely little loopholes that work for many of the programs there. But by the end of the year, he officially was in the program, and he stayed there through his 10th grade year. After that, he became a part of the pilot class of LSUE Academy, which, again, he states that kind of the gifted program helped get him ready for higher responsibilities just like that. So between the two things, he honestly says that's part of the reason he got a chance to get out of the little small town high school that he was going to and really and truly do some amazing things. So in my case study, we talk about that, the testing process, and the getting into the program process and how it's a labor of love. I actually also interviewed his gifted teacher as well, and also a mutual acquaintance that is the reason we all met Bread. And it offered a lot of insight into the program. And at the very, very end, my third point I make is just kind of looking at the overall problems that come from a lack of oversight with a program that varies so much from district to district in the state alone, much less in the state of Louisiana versus the state of Texas versus like New York even. So it's just a general problem that I do argue that most of education faces because it's just so different from area to area. But I think that the gifted program gets a lot of problems, not problems, but gets a lot of flack, for lack of better words, because it doesn't have that oversight. And I argue that it's not necessarily fair, but it's understandable. That's basically it. But yeah, he's a great kid, and I'm glad that the program came about to give me a little more insight into the gifted program through his eyes and then through others' eyes around him. So, good luck to everyone.